really been counting down the days until I could film my review of the box for November Beauty Heroes featuring the UK-based brand Inlight Beauty. This is a new to me beauty discovery. I have a feeling it's going to be new to a lot of you as well. The hero product is the Inlight Line Softener Intensive, which is it's almost even more concentrated than a traditional face balm would be. And the sidekick that was chosen is the Inlight Superfood Mask. So after I talk about what's in the box this month, I did also want to touch on some of the other really beautiful Inlight products that I've had the opportunity to test. I recorded some demo footage yesterday of a skincare routine using all of these and the products in the box. This is hot chocolate, the only thing I've been drinking. As always, if you are new to the Beauty Heroes subscription model, you subscribe for 3 months at a time. You pay the subscription fee up front, which gets you the box for the month that you're subscribing for, as well as the 2 subsequent months boxes. I could have worded that much better. Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about these gorgeous products, which I have been dying to do. Okay, so the brand is founded by a man by the name of Dr. Mariano Spiezia, who is an MD homeopath herbalist, I think, with 35 years of experience. The brand is based in the UK and is one of these brands. It's squarely in the holistic beauty space, but they're also really focused on creating beauty products that are science-driven, deliver results that have been shown in clinical trials, and they're not just a lab-created cosmeceutical. I believe all of the products in Inlight's range are 100% organic, which is no small feat. And they also have something called the Cosmos Organic Certification, which I believe might just be a European organic certification. I don't know that much about that, but apparently it's something quite difficult to get, and this brand has it. Everything in the range, except for their Floral Tonic, which is an alcohol-free toning water, all the other products in the range are water-free. So there is no water whatsoever in any of the balms or masks or oils or anything, which makes the preservative issue a little bit easier to navigate. And also importantly, the base of most of the products, at least the products that have oil in them, is something they call the biolipophilic matrix. The lipophilic matrix is their trademark term, a base of a combination of oils that most closely mimic the skin's sebum. I have written down here that it's imprinted with techniques that optimize energy and the vibrational frequency of oils. This is very sort of what the bleep do we know, Dr. Emoto's water experiments, which I know are somewhat controversial, but it's essentially that. So if you'll also notice on the packaging, all of the products have a different sacred geometry logo associated with them, and that's very intentional. You can see it here. They have them here too on the insert. So this is really a brand that I feel is meshing lots of different areas of holistic beauty, science-driven results, very, very high quality ingredients, vibrational healing, baptism in plants. They even say that in here, which is why this brand really reminds me of Infiore, both the experience of the brand, the very substantial quality to the products that I've tried. There's a real sort of decadent, luxurious, substantial, like hefty quality to the products. They're very, very present, I guess. It's a little hard to explain, but if you have the opportunity to try them, then I would love to hear if that resonates with you. Okay, so the Line Softener Intensive, this is Jeannie's favorite product from the line, hence why it is the hero product. It's, as I said, it's sort of a little bit more concentrated than a face balm would be. I have gone in and out of phases with face balms for my own particular skin. I even have a whole lineup video with all of the different Eco Beauty face balms I've tried. When my skin was more chronically dry and dehydrated and really needed nourishing moisture over or in addition to hydration, I was much more into balms. And in the fall and winter, I am still into balms like quite a bit. I can't really use them in the spring and the summer. This is great because it's a very multi-purpose product in my opinion. I, as you'll see in the demo footage, have primarily been using it as an eye balm and putting it strategically on the parts of my face that I feel I am most prone to aging. The insert says this multi-use face balm also acts as a spot treatment around the eyes and neck to improve skin elasticity. And it has been shown in, I believe this is the product that they did clinical trial, and they were able to show a clinically significant decrease in the surface length and depth of fine lines and wrinkles. If you email Beauty Heroes, they actually have the published study results from the trialing of this product in particular. It has Gotu Cola in it, which is supposed to help stimulate collagen production. And it's in a base of jojoba, macadamia, olive, argan, sunflower, apricot, evening primrose, and a very small amount of coconut oil. Now, I've been seeing some pushback about coconut oil in this product. I do believe it's in a very small amount. I feel like, I don't know why coconut oil became like persona non grata skincare ingredient that people avoid. I guess it is comedogenic on a lot of people. But I've already asked Beauty Heroes and Inlight to sort of help clarify the purpose of the coconut oil in the product, because I've heard people saying things like, why did they put coconut oil and like ruin the formula with all those other great ingredients? Like I don't see it like that, but I also don't have an issue with coconut oil on my skin, so I'm kind of like, okay. So a little goes a really, really, really long way with this. When I'm using it as an eye balm, I literally just need to sort of touch my ring finger in the product, and that's like enough. I pretty much will only use it as an eye balm at night. I mean, the scent it doesn't really remind me of any other product I've tried. It's quite earthy. It has rosemary, patchouli, bilberry, nettle, lemon. So I am sort of getting, I mean, maybe like a little bit of cleaning product, all natural cleaning product smell, which I think is the lemon, but also the earthiness from the patchouli, but I really quite enjoy it. And as part of an evening, fall, winter evening skincare routine, this really fits in perfectly for me. And I have to say, like, since I've been using it, I have been noticing that I feel like this area between my eyebrows where I have 11 lines has been looking better. I've been using it, I would say 4 to 5 nights a week in that area for about 3 weeks. So I'm gonna keep going and let you guys know what other kind of visible results I see from it. If you watched my retrospective, you will know that the products that I'm sort of most effusive about tend to be very results-driven products. And what's going to be results-driven for everybody, you know, I think is a little bit different and up for debate and stuff, but I have been seeing really good results so far with this. The Superfood mask, I just tried for the first time in the demo footage that I did yesterday. So this is a day after doing this mask on my skin. Described as ideal for skin in need of a radiant lift. So some of the noteworthy ingredients in here are spirulina, which has very high chlorophyll content, rose seed, baobab, carrot root. I also had the opportunity of getting to try Inlight's other mask in their collection, which is the chocolate mask. And the reason that I had tried this one actually before I tried the Superfood mask, because this one is more targeted towards like nourishing hydration. Superfood mask is more targeted towards radiance boosting, antioxidant vitamin boost. So the instructions on these are that they're gentle enough to each use once a week or so. You could even do a multi-mask where you do the Superfood mask first, followed by the chocolate mask. I always think people just need to be really intuitive with their skincare, particularly masking, because some people talk about using the Josh Rosebrook Active Enzyme Exfoliator 2 to 3 times a week, and the thought of doing that makes my skin cringe. Like, I can do that mask like once a month. So it just really depends on your own skin needs, sensitivity, things like that. So as you'll see in the footage, this is really, really easy to work with. I think that you are supposed to get between 5 to 6 applications per jar of this. I used about 1 to 2 teaspoons. They're very pleasant on the skin. The Superfood mask scent is a little bit zingier, and as you'll see as I describe in the demo footage, it reminds me scent-wise of the Lil Fox Jungle Glow. Kind of having run through all of that, let me show you the skincare routine that I did showing all of these products: the line softener, the Superfood mask, the floral tonic, the cleansing balm, I'm talking about them completely out of order, and the face oil, and then I'll come back and share a few extended thoughts on the other products I've been trying not in the box. I'm not really wearing much makeup at all today. I was just running errands and didn't need a full face. I am wearing SPF and tinted moisturizer, as well as eyebrows. Typically what I'll do is take off all my eye makeup before going in with balm cleanser. So this is what Inlight's Balm Face Cleanser looks like. It's recommended to scoop out a pearl-sized amount, I believe, and massage into the skin up to twice a day. I've just been using it in the evening. I start with a small amount and I just add more as needed. I kind of like to warm up the product first in my hand. This has a beautiful texture. It's definitely on the heavier end as far as cleansing balms go, or cleansing oils. It leaves quite a bit of residue behind, as you'll see. Has a really beautiful sort of citrusy, earthy kind of scent, but it is the kind of product that you can spend a really long time massaging in. And if your skin is dry, as mine is a little bit right now, you'll find that your skin sort of absorbs quite a bit of the product, so I just kind of keep going in and adding as needed, depending on how much massage I want to do. This is not a balm that emulsifies off like even a little bit, so you are going to need to use either a makeup wipe or a warm cloth, lukewarm to steamy, depending on your skin sensitivity, to remove it. I always try and link the cloths that I personally use down below. They're organic bamboo washcloths. So I'm just gonna get this on the warmer end. My skin really likes a good steam, especially with this cleanser. It actually is also recommended to pre-steam the face before you put this cleanser on to help with the absorption of the good ingredients in it, but I don't really necessarily bother, especially because I'm usually wearing makeup. Okay, now as you may or may not be able to see, there's still like quite a bit of residue on my face. I'm a big fan of a double cleanse, particularly in the warmer months. What I find as we transition into fall and winter is that my skin, which when out of balance has a tendency towards dryness and dehydration, I can do well eliminating at least some days during the week a cleanse that incorporates water. So here's how I've been using the Inlight Floral Tonic. I've been using it not just as a traditional toner, but essentially as my tap water-free second cleanse. Now you could, of course, and I have been at least half the days of the week doing a full second cleanse with a creamy cleanser, which works for my skin type, but if you are more oilier combination, you would do well with something probably like more of a gel or mildly exfoliating cleanser. Drier skin types, creamy cleansers tend to be really good, so I would definitely recommend a second creamy cleanse to really properly cleanse the skin and get this residual oil off. But I have been having really good results taking just a cotton round and some of the Inlight Floral Tonic, which has a stopper like this, putting it on the cotton round, which is something I am so averse to doing usually because I feel like it eats up too much product, and I prefer to essentially just dump product in my hand and then splash it on my face. But because this is sort of functioning as my second cleanse step, you can see that just my balm cleanse and washcloth didn't fully get everything off of my skin. This is also probably residual makeup that's like around the edges here and my neck. It's a good test to see how much you're missing. So my skin feels really comfortable and good and ready for the mask. Okay, so now I'm gonna end up using both of the products that are featured in the box. I'm gonna prep around my eye area with the line softener, just because I don't wanna take any masking type of product too far up around my eyes. And I like to keep that area, you know, pretty hydrated and protected. So this is the line softener. I'm also gonna use this as a moisture step after we take the mask off, but I'm just taking a little bit between my fingers. I'm gonna apply around my eyes. Not really like focusing too much on massaging it in, but really just kind of as a protective layer. Now the instructions on the mask and the insert say to apply a thin, even layer of the Superfood mask to cleansed, dry skin and let it set for 15 to 20 minutes. So this is my inaugural time using this. I just use my fingers. They do come with little scoops, but guys, I can't be bothered. I probably used between 1 and 2 teaspoons maybe on my face. My first impression, first time using this product, it reminds me a little bit of the Lil Fox Jungle Glow, but not as abrasive. It has a little bit of a similar smell. It's not super strong. It's also a sort of a very easily spreadable honey type of mask. It has actually a very similar texture to the chocolate mask, which I had used last week. I had this on while I was taking an Epsom salt bath to ease all of my pregnancy pains. I loved this. This has like a chocolate orange scent that's really like decadent and pleasant to have on the skin. This is much more, I don't know, a little bright, a little effervescent, but it's quite comfortable. I'm starting to feel a very mild tingle, but I'm just gonna go lay down for the next 15 minutes. We'll come back and take it off and see how my skin is faring immediately after. Okay, so I've had the mask on for about 15 minutes. It's felt really, really pleasant on the whole time. Comfortable, doesn't drip, it's great. They say that you can rinse it off with water, which I think I'm going to try to do and get like a little bit of a gentle exfoliation, or you can take it off with a cloth, or they say a damp beauty glove that you've dampened either with water or with the floral tonic. So I actually find that rinsing that off is not that easy because of the oil content. So I'm just going in with another cotton round and some of the floral tonic to get everything fully off. I do think just also a makeup wipe would be completely fine. So my skin feels really, really nice and balanced after that. It's meant to be a weekly detoxifying, regenerating type of treatment. And if you feel like your skin needs a little bit more nourishment, if you're on the drier, more dehydrated end, then you could also, in addition to using the Superfood mask weekly, you could use the chocolate mask in addition. What I love so much about all of the Inlight products that I've been using is that, you know, after you remove them and kind of rebalance the skin with the floral tonic, it's kind of almost like your skin doesn't really feel like it needs very much. It feels so like plump and like it doesn't need like layers and layers of product after, which I really enjoy. So now the only thing that I have left to do, I'm gonna reapply a little bit of the line softener, or show you how I have been applying it in the evening, which is just a little bit more than what I showed you before the mask. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more around the eyes. I really try and focus this like on my 11 lines. And take it up here around the edges of the eyes. And I'm really trying to focus on like pressing the product in. And then I take just a little bit more and I put it on like my nasolabial fold area. So these are just the areas of my face that I feel like are prone to wrinkling. It's going to be different on everybody's face. Where you wrinkle on your face really is dependent on like your bone structure. Some people are much more prone to crow's feet. Some people are much more prone to folds right here. Now I'm gonna take 2 to 3 drops of the Inlight face oil and just press that into the skin. This oil reminds me a lot of a very, very, very high quality version of what the RMS Beauty oil was kind of trying to be, or still is. It has a vanilla scent, and I think that that's why the oils remind me of each other. It's that vanilla scent. But you know, for all of the face oils that I try, it's hard to find one that you kind of want to keep using. Like it's rare to find one that you're like kind of want to stick with. And this one just feels like a really great combination of nourishing and pleasant to use. It's not too heavy, and I don't really feel like I need to layer a ton of other stuff on my skin. Like as you can see, I didn't put down any sort of hyaluronic product or any other serum. And the more that I've done this routine, the more I felt drawn to wanting to use the products regularly, like every night. Those are the Inlight products in action. I hope you enjoyed getting to see them a little bit more up close, how they apply, how I've been using them, and how my skin has been faring. And now on to the rest of the review. I've had a really positive month-long experience with Inlight, so much so that I've been like on their website obsessively, like looking at all of the other products that I would like to try or that I wish Beauty Heroes would start carrying. They do a range of teas that look amazing. And after the first couple of days of trialing some of the products, I found myself naturally gravitating towards wanting to use them. And this is definitely not something that always happens. The face cleanser, I mean, I will try any balm or oil cleanser under the sun because that's how I prefer to do my first cleanse and makeup removal. This is a really nice one. On the heavier end though, so if you are oilier combination, I may say this wouldn't be the best one for you. You may do better if you even want to do a balm cleanser with something like the Jordan Samuel one or the Activist one, which does emulsify. I think that this balm cleanser is so good for dry, dehydrated, mature, and normal skin types, but you are going to have to second cleanse because it leaves a lot of residue. Inlight Floral Tonic on an organic cotton round to remove the residual balm and any residual makeup that might be on. I feel like my skin really likes the break from cleansing with water. That was actually how I first started rehabilitating my very dry skin in the first place. When I first started using oil cleansers, and truthfully I wasn't using them properly because I do think that you need to do a full second cleanse. A really good routine for me right now has been 4 days a week, any balm or oil cleanser. I've been loving this one. Second cleanse off with Pi Creamy Cleanser or any creamy cleanser because my skin has been a little bit more dry and dehydrated. The other 3 days of the week, foregoing that second cleanse and taking the excessive balm off with this floral tonic and doing just a few drops of face oil, my skin is happy. Of course, if you start to notice any sort of congestion or whiteheads under the skin or little bumps, I think that's would be a clue that you may need to be fully double cleansing every single day, or that the balm might be being a little bit too heavy for you. It's very much just a process of observation and trial and error and seeing what works, but it's a fun process, which is I think why we're all here and spending time talking about and listening to other people talk about products. Really liking the Inlight face oil. It looks like this. It's, I would say, a medium viscosity oil. I do 2 to 3 drops at night, pressed in. Actually, I'm going out of order because I typically will do the line softener intensive first, around the eyes, 11s, nasolabial folds, and then I'll take 3 drops of face oil, pressed in everywhere else, and that is it. I don't do, as I've been using these Inlight products, I haven't been doing any other product layering. Like I won't put down a hyaluronic, or that's pretty much the only other product I would use, or a water-based moisturizer, I guess. It has a very mild vanilla scent. Again, it reminds me a bit of the RMS Beauty oil, but like a much higher quality version. If you want like a super decadent mask experience, the chocolate mask is really nice. If you're someone that likes to unwind in the bath with like a glass of wine and like listening to music or a podcast and have a decadent mask on your face, this is really good. It reminds me a little bit of the Virid, I think she does a cacao mask. You know, there's a lot of them. Mahalo the Bean, Josh Rosebrook Cacao. But this one's very easy to use. Those have a very thick frosting pudding-like consistency. This is more like those Laurel honey masks. It has that consistency. It's like very spreadable. It's like a less exfoliating version of the Lil Fox Jungle Glow consistency, if any of you know that. It's like honey, very spreadable, but it's not that sticky. It doesn't drip down. This would be like a very nice holiday gift or like a Valentine's Day gift if you're like thinking way ahead. Okay, so I think that those are my pretty comprehensive, glowing thoughts on not just the products in this month's Beauty Heroes box, but some other products from the range. I would love to hear what you think of these products and this box. If it made you resubscribe, that's something I'm always really curious to hear, like what makes people want to come back to Beauty Heroes? Is it intrigue over a new brand, or the value, or what they hear from other bloggers or influencers, even though I like really loathe and detest that word in social media? I would love to hear from you. I learned so much from you guys, especially those of you that have different skin types to mine. So if you have oily combination acneic skin, would love to hear how you've been faring with these, especially as I feel like they're a little bit heavier and perhaps a little bit more suited to people that are dry, dehydrated, normal, mature. There are a few Beauty Heroes announcements. Beauty Heroes limited edition Indie Beauty Spotlight Discoveries will have launched on November 3rd. They're featuring 3 new independent holistic beauty brands: Ranavat Botanicals, Beneath Your Mask, and Wabi Sabi Botanicals. There are a few new things in the Beauty Heroes store. The Demamiel Skin Recovery Blend, which sounds intriguing. Dr. Rogers Restore Face Wash. Max and Me has a new product out called the Intuitive, which is, I think it's a hydrosol from what I've been seeing. There are some new OSHA products. Actually, I'm interested in these. Salts of the Earth Body Scrub, Sea Minerals. They're also doing a blemish balm. And then some new products from Ranavat Botanicals and Wabi Sabi, these new indie brands that Beauty Heroes is now carrying, but also featuring in these new discovery boxes. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm still trying to hustle and get videos out to you before I take baby leave. You should see how big my stomach is right now. The baby in my stomach is becoming like a true presence. It gets like so much attention now, like everywhere I go, which is funny. That's all for now. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.